House flipping has become a popular way to make money in real estate, but it is not as easy as it may seem. It requires careful planning, research, and execution. Many first-time flippers dream of making six-figure profits, but success depends on finding the right property, securing funding, managing renovations, and selling at the right price. This video will break down the entire process in simple steps, making it easy for anyone to understand how to flip a house successfully. The first and most important step in house flipping is finding a property that has the potential to generate a good profit. A house in poor condition but located in a desirable neighborhood can be a gold mine for a flipper. However, these types of properties are not always easy to find. The best deals often come from distressed properties, homes that need major repairs, have been abandoned, or belong to owners who are eager to sell quickly. There are different ways to find such properties. One method is driving around neighborhoods and looking for houses that appear neglected, such as those with overgrown lawns, broken windows, or boarded up doors. Another effective way is networking with friends, family, and real estate professionals. Many successful flippers find deals through word of mouth. Realtors, contractors, and even local handymen often know of homeowners who are looking to sell but haven't listed their homes on the market yet. Real estate auctions, foreclosure listings, and online platforms like Zillow and Craigslist can also be useful for finding potential flips. However, competition for these properties can be high, and it's crucial to move quickly when a good deal appears. Once a property has been identified, the next step is to determine whether it is a smart investment. Before making an offer, it is essential to determine how much the house is worth after renovations. This is done by researching comparable properties in the same area. Comps are recently sold homes that are similar in size, layout, and condition to the property being considered for flipping. A good way to find comps is by looking at 3 recently sold houses within a 1-mile radius that have been sold within the last year. The average sale price of these properties gives an estimate of what the flipped house could be worth after repairs, also known as the after repair value, ARV. For example, if 3 similar homes in the neighborhood sold for $290,000, $295,000, and $288,000, the estimated ARV would be around $290,000. Knowing the ARV helps in making an informed decision about whether the property is worth investing in. However, before making an offer, another important factor needs to be considered: the cost of renovations. Renovating a house can be expensive, and underestimating costs can lead to financial loss. It is important to assess the condition of the house and determine what repairs and upgrades are needed. Major expenses usually include fixing the roof, updating the kitchen and bathrooms, installing new flooring, painting, and repairing any structural issues. For beginners, estimating renovation costs can be challenging. The easiest way to get an accurate estimate is by consulting local contractors. A professional contractor can visit the property and provide a detailed breakdown of how much the renovations will cost. Getting multiple quotes from different contractors ensures that the best price is obtained. Once the renovation costs are determined, they must be factored into the buying decision. A common formula used by real estate investors to determine how much to offer on a property is the 75% rule, or sometimes the 70% rule. Calculate the right offer price. The 75% rule is a simple formula that helps investors determine the maximum allowable offer, MAO, they should make for a property. The formula is after repair value x 0.75, renovation costs equals maximum offer price. For example, if the estimated ARV is $290,000 and the renovation costs are $85,000, the calculation would be, this means the maximum amount that should be paid for the property is $132,500 to ensure a good profit margin. If the seller is asking for more than this amount, negotiations may be necessary to lower the price. Once an agreement is reached, the next step is securing the property under contract. Once the seller agrees to the price, a contract must be signed, and an earnest money deposit must be placed. This deposit, which can be as little as a few $100s, makes the contract legally binding and shows the seller that the buyer is serious. After securing the property, funding must be arranged. Many first-time flippers assume that they need to get a traditional bank loan, but banks often have strict requirements, making it difficult for new investors to get approved. Instead, most successful flippers work with private money lenders. Private money lenders are individuals or investment groups that provide short-term loans for real estate projects. They usually do not require credit checks, and their approval process is much faster than that of banks. The best way to find private lenders is by attending real estate networking events. Platforms like Meetup and Eventbrite often list local real estate meetups where private lenders are actively looking for investors to finance. Once funding is secured, the next step is to begin the renovation process. Renovation is one of the most crucial parts of house flipping. A well-renovated home attracts more buyers and sells for a higher price. However, poor planning and delays can lead to overspending and lost profits. To keep costs under control, it is important to work with a licensed and experienced contractor. The renovation process typically takes 3 to 6 months, depending on the extent of the work needed. Some of the most common renovations include updating the kitchen with new cabinets, countertops, and appliances, installing modern flooring and fresh paint throughout the house, repairing or replacing the roof, windows, and doors, improving curb appeal with landscaping and a fresh exterior color. Once renovations are complete, the house is ready to be listed for sale. The goal of flipping a house is to sell it quickly at the highest possible price. The best way to do this is by listing the property on the market with a professional real estate agent. However, if the investor is also a licensed real estate agent, they can save thousands of dollars in commission fees by listing it themselves. The house should be priced competitively to attract buyers. If the ARV was correctly calculated, the house should sell for close to that price. A well-renovated home in a desirable neighborhood can even sell above the asking price, generating additional profit. In a hot real estate market, houses can sell within weeks. Once the property is sold, closing costs and any outstanding fees are paid, and the final profit is calculated. Flipping houses can be a game changer when done right. It's not just about buying and selling, it's about strategy, smart investments, and having the right team to support you. Hopefully this step-by-step breakdown gave you a clear roadmap to start your own house flipping journey. If you found value in this video, make sure to hit that like button. It's the easiest way to support the channel and helps more people see this content. Also, subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss out on more real estate investing tips, strategies, and behind-the-scenes flips. If you're serious about getting into house flipping and want one-on-one guidance, head over to my website in the description box below and book a free consultation.